Hello and welcome to the United Community Channel. This is your latest Manchester United watch-along. Manchester United versus Lens in the penultimate pre-season game. And I'm annoyed. I won't lie. Let's get it off my chest straight away here. I am annoyed. Not because of anything in relation to today. Well, it is in relation to today's game, but Erik ten Hag has gone very, very strong in relation to a starting lineup, and I'm worried because I'm going to the game in Dublin tomorrow, and I was hoping that we would see maybe, a mix of both first teamers and then maybe some fringe players, underage players playing. But Erik ten Hag has gone basically with his strongest 11 today, and I'm worried that we mightn't get to see the majority of them tomorrow now in Dublin. But look, that remains to be seen. We'll give you the starting 11, guys, for anybody who's watching on YouTube. You can see it's on the screen there already. But Andre Onana starts in goal. We've got Delo at right back, Luke Shaw at left back, Varane and Martinez as centre backs. Three in midfield then, we've got Casemiro, Bruno Fernandes and Mason Mount. And the forward line then, we've got Anthony on the right, Garnacho on the left and Marcus Rashford through the middle. So we've got a very strong starting lineup by Manchester United and Erik ten Hag for this pre-season game. We're probably going to be watching the under-15s play in Dublin tomorrow, to be quite honest with you. I don't know what way this is going to go today, whether we will see, maybe 45 minutes from these players and then big changes will be made at half time. I don't know. I was just listening to Erik ten Hag's interview before he came on there, before we came on, and he basically said, look, we've got players, on pre-season tour to play 45 minutes, 60 minutes. We now want, close to 90 minutes as possible, which doesn't sound good, which means we're probably going to see the majority of the starters today play a decent chunk of this game. Nothing we can do. I'm sure Erik ten Hag has his reasons. I'm sure this is, his optimal preparation for the start of the season. I'm just annoyed a little bit. We might see maybe Rasmus Højlund play tomorrow. He's going to be unveiled in about 5 minutes, supposedly at Old Trafford out on the pitch. So we may potentially see him tomorrow. But as for everyone else, it looks like today is the priority in comparison tomorrow, which is disappointing. But look, let's see what happens. But looking forward to the game nonetheless, guys. Penultimate game. It's all about getting fitness, getting a touch, phases of play, all of this kind of stuff ready to go for tomorrow, or for pre-season in general. So please do smash a like on the video if you haven't done so already. Hit subscribe if you're new to the channel. Anybody watching on TikTok, if you do want the full experience, we're live over on YouTube as well. We've got the starting 11, the scoreboard, the timer, all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Go over, check it out. Get involved in the chat there as well. But let's see what people are saying here in the chat as well. Ahmed, thanks for the gift. Much appreciated. Let's see who have we got in. Chris is in. Good to see you. Party Pooper is there. Graham is in. Rasmus Højlund signing announcement incoming. App just said new signing coming soon. Yeah, he's going to be unveiled. I think he's going to be unveiled right now, actually. I think. But we'll keep you up to date. Ben says, good day, Jack. Good to see you, Ben. Welcome back. Chris says you're going to get Maguire tomorrow. Aaron says, afternoon all. Nice to see a nice, strong side. Chris says, under 23s going to Dublin. No way Højlund plays tomorrow without training. I don't see why he wouldn't. I don't see what reason there would be not to play him. But look, we'll wait and see. Let's see. Party Pooper says I'm a bit disappointed. I was hoping we would see some of the starting 11 at the Aviva, but it is what it is. And Corey says, is the good players playing in Dublin tomorrow? Well, I don't know, but they're certainly playing today. Let's see what people on TikTok are saying here. Let's see. Will Højlund play tomorrow? Not too sure. Where are they showing the game? It's on MUTV, guys. That's where we're watching it. Any concrete news on outgoings? So the latest news on outgoings is that Manchester United have received a couple of bids from Saudi clubs in relation to Eric Bailly. That's the latest updates at the moment. Matthew is in. Good to see you. Let's see. Jordy says, do you remember me from the FA Cup? I do. Are you going to the Aviva tomorrow? I am. Where you buy the retro jerseys. Yeah, so the retro jerseys are on the kitman.eu, guys, is the name of the website. He sponsored a couple of videos, so go check out some of that as well. Keep smashing the like button as well on TikTok. If you have a second, tap the screen a few times. Let's try to get to 20,000 likes by the end of the game. But yeah, a lot of people are worried about the team for tomorrow. But look, let's get over today, and look, we'll see what happens. I mean, if there's, if the I suppose the first team starters today, if maybe they play 45 minutes and taking off, maybe we might see some of them tomorrow as well. But yeah, let's see what happens. Lauren says, anyone going tomorrow? A few of us from different supporters club are meeting in the Sandymount Hotel before the game. Sounds good, Lawrence. Yeah, I might tip in there myself. I've been looking at a couple of different... myself and my dad are going. We're staying in town, so we're going to maybe hit a couple of bars on the way between town and the Aviva. We're going to walk out. It's about a 35-minute walk. So, yeah. Chris says, I heard that West Ham offered 30 million for Maguire and 35 for McTominay. Irish Dad says, first team will get half today and youngsters in the second half. Same tomorrow, I'd say. Let's see. Aaron is saying, Kitman is doing 3 for 2 offer at the moment. He is. Yeah, go check him out. Let's see. But yeah, looking forward to the game. Let's see what happens. I think we're going to get the Rasmus Højlund unveiling in a moment as well. So that's good news also. So yeah, looking forward to it. But yeah, just waiting to see what's going on here. Is he coming out onto the pitch? What number? I'm not sure. I haven't seen a number being unveiled yet. If he's holding a jersey coming out like, say, Varane did, we might get to know what number he's going to wear. But yeah, here he comes, Rasmus Højlund. A lot of people in the chat are saying number 11. Other people are saying number 9. I think number 9 is Martial, as far as I'm aware, so I'd be surprised if he gets that. So yeah, Rasmus Højlund is a red. Happy days. Here he comes. Out onto the pitch. Good to see him. Living the dream, ain't he? Boyhood Manchester United fan walking out into Old Trafford, getting a standing ovation like that. But he's not wearing a jersey. We haven't seen him hold up at an hour. So look, we don't know. But look, we'll find out soon enough what number he's wearing. But yeah, happy days. I mean, if he's playing tomorrow, we'll know by then. But yeah, Rasmus Højlund is on the pitch at Old Trafford. Happy days. Imagine the feeling, says Irish Dad. It would be unbelievable. Yeah, it would. It would be absolutely unreal. Oh, here's his jersey. No number on the back of it. So, yeah, we don't know the number yet, but we'll know soon enough. We'll probably know by the end of the day, I'd say, because what you would probably see is his shirt will be in the mega store at Old Trafford available for sale. So obviously that will have a number on it as well. But yeah, happy days. Rasmus Højlund is a red. And look, I mean, it's great news because we know how desperate, Manchester United have been and, technically still are for a number 9. So it's great to see that he's signed. He's done and dusted. Getting all of the pictures and snaps. But yeah, happy days. Let's see what people are saying. Ahmed says, damn, they're not streaming it here. Diesel says, we won't get to see the full first team playing tomorrow. He could play in Dublin, says Keane. Yeah, he could play in Dublin tomorrow. Yeah, I mean, if he's not involved in the match squad today, so let's hope he is involved tomorrow. If he is, brilliant. It'd be great to see his debut tomorrow. So I'll be there. I'll be doing a match day vlog as well. So We'll be getting plenty of content throughout the day. So, yeah, it'll be good to see. Are you going to Dublin? I am going to Dublin tomorrow. Absolutely. Fred the Red getting the picture. Not Fred, our player Fred, the mascot. So, yeah, happy days. Happy days. Rasmus. He's a big chap. So he is. He's a big chap. Chris says, how far is Dublin away? It's about an hour and a half drive, Chris. So not too far. Heading up nice and early tomorrow. Checked into the hotel. Bit of grub. And then on the beer. Happy days. Aviva pitch will be a state tomorrow with the rugby on there today. Yeah, they're going to have a lot of work to do, aren't they? Lauren says, I'll meet you for a pint, Jack. Absolutely. Anyone else sees me come up and say hello, happy to have a pint with anybody. No problem. Get you in the vlog. Let's see. Did Hyland come out yet? Yeah, he's out. He's just after going back in. Best way to get to the Aviva from Temple Bar area, says Annie. The best way is probably to get the Dart. But you could walk it. It would take about half an hour, 40 minutes to walk out. Taxi. But the Dart public transport is probably your best way to go, I would say. What's the best restaurant in Dublin for fish and chips, says Chris. I'm not 100% sure. Like, Leo Burdock's is a chain of chipper. They're quality now, I have to say. But, yeah, I don't know local chippers from Dublin that much. So, yeah. Was there any protests happening, says Mike? Not that I'm aware of. Now, you know, it's MUTV, so they're not going to show anything like that. So, if there was protests outside, we'll hear about it maybe later on on Twitter and things like that. But yeah, players are on the way out, guys. Happy days. Happy days. But happy day. Yeah, I mean, it's a strong team. For anyone who hasn't heard, guys, well, anybody watching on YouTube, you can see it on the screen there. But for anybody on TikTok, Onana, Dalot, Shaw, Varane, Martinez, Casemiro, Mount, Bruno, and then Anthony, Sancho, and Rashford. So Ten Hag has gone very, very strong. Very strong. So happy days. Got the potatoes, says Keelan. No, potatoes are for the season only. Pre-season, we're going to leave them off because it's a superstition kind of a thing. So, but yeah, Onana in the goal. Happy days. I didn't see the bench. Let's see who we've got in the bench here. Tom Heaton, Kovar, Lindelof, Maguire, Eriksson, Sancho, Pellistri, Wan-Bissaka, Van de Beek, Hannibal, and Forson. So that's the bench. That's the bench. Bover, our MUTV fan run, or is it ran through the club? It's ran through the club. Yeah, it's ran through the club. Yep. Leon Dell says, we need to win the Premier League. We do, but whether we will or not is another thing. Diesel says, Croke Park is far better than the Aviva. Well, it's a bigger stadium, you know what I mean? But Aviva is still 55,000, so the atmosphere should be pretty decent tomorrow. Yeah, just waiting for the kickoff, guys. Let me know your score predictions in the chat as well. What are you going with? Man United win. Now, Lens, in fairness to them, I mean, they came second in the French league last year. So, I mean, they're going to be looking to, to have a good performance here and get a win as well. Of course they are. So yeah, get your score predictions in. Pitch is looking, it's looking so nice. So it is. I forgot to mention as well that I might not be able to do this whole watch along because I'm minding my daughter at the moment and she's currently down for her nap. So depending on how long she stays asleep for is dependent on how long we do the watch along for. She's usually down for about 2 hours and she's just gone to sleep there about 5 minutes ago. So we might get away with it. But let's see what happens. But we're up and running. United keeping some good possession. The one thing I've been impressed with throughout pre-season is United's ability to keep possession under pressure. Now, look, we know the results haven't been the best in the world, but, results at pre-season are secondary to, getting your touch right, getting your fitness right, learning the way Ten Hag wants the game played, all of these kind of things. And I think that's been a positive. The fact that United have we can see already since Andre Onana has come in how Manchester United are wanting to play. They're wanting to play high up the field, keeping possession, building from the back, playing it up through the middle. And it's been. I mean, we can see here now we've had about probably 40 passes already, and we haven't got out of our own half, but we're quite comfortable with the ball at our feet. Being patient. And there's Onana out getting his first touch way outside his box. Patience is key now in this kind of new way of playing under Ten Hag. Just keeping possession. Don't try and force it. Which is good. Katie says, hey Jack, the Wolves 6:30 p.m. At the Trinity is protest in case anyone asks. Okay. Martinez loses out now and Lens are on the counter attack here. It just goes right back into Onana's hands. Nice and easy. Early touch for him. Lens win the ball back. On the attack now down the right hand side. Cross into the box. Good near post header away by Luke Shaw. And Mason Mount does well to come away with it. Any word on Lavia, says Irish lad? No updates on it. Look, he probably is going to go to Liverpool. The links between him and Manchester United, I don't know how substantial they were, but by the looks of it, it is probably going to be Liverpool that he does go to. Len's doing well coming forward here now. Brilliant tackle by Casemiro. No fucking friendly game here. That's the shot by Bruno now. Big ball over the top to Garnacho to run onto down the left-hand side. Into the box with it. Few step over, strike. Oh, it's a good block by the defender. And Lens come away with the ball. Yeah, United press him well and win it back. Throw it to United in their own half. Just seeing a tweet come in there from... let me just pull it up here. Coming in from Fabrizio Romano. Saying Rasmus Højlund has sustained a small injury in pre-season with Atalanta. He's not ready to play now. Training as always, but it will take a few weeks to reach match fitness. Fucking brilliant. Brilliant. So we've signed a player that's going to be out for the first few games of the season. Brilliant. Typical, ain't it? Absolutely typical. You're just full of great news. It never rains but it pours. Lovely ball through the middle by Martinez. Lovely little 1-2 with Bruno Fernandes, and he wins a free about 15, 20 yards outside the box. Good play by United. Good positive direct play there up through the middle. Party Pooper says, Martial 2.0. Oh, Jesus, don't say that, for the love of God. But yeah, great to see so many people in, guys. Keep smashing the like button if you haven't done so already. Anybody watching on TikTok, like I said, if you want the full experience, get over to YouTube. We're live over there as well at the moment. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Head over there, hit subscribe, get into the chat. Let me know you've come over from TikTok. We'll give you a shout out. But yeah, free kick to United. Big distance out. Rashford looks like he's going to have a go at it here. It is in his kind of range. Rashford steps up. Strike. I think it takes a slight deflection. Does take a slight deflection, but the referee doesn't give a corner. He gives a goal kick. Nathan, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Who else is hitting the follow button there? John, thanks for the follow. RBL2, thanks for the follow. Samoa, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, guys. Lisandro Martinez, great bit of defending there, you'd have to say. Casemiro, what a ball to play out to Anthony on the right-hand side. Tough one to control. And Lens win possession back. Where are you watching it? Watching it at home. Peter says, will Donny van de Beek stay at United? Probably not. I reckon Donny will probably go, I would say. Bover says, Ahmad, Rasmus and Martial combined would make a broken man. Graham says, I just want to see the Butcher play tomorrow. Here's Anthony now down the right-hand side. Goes back to Delo. Keeping the ball quite well down in that corner, in fairness to them. Carl says, well, Jack, just can't wait for the season with Rasmus up top. We need a striker with his technical abilities. Absolutely. Absolutely. What channel is it on? It's on MUTV, guys. MUTV. Lovely ball there by Martinez, trying to get Bruno Fernandes in over the top, but it's just a little bit too long for him to get his touch on. Killian is in. Good to see you, pal. Piefe says, as much as I want to believe in it, I just can't see what Mount brings to the team. And Mark Dempsey says, just joined from TikTok. Appreciate it, Mark. Anybody else from TikTok wants to get over to YouTube? We've got the full experience over there. Go check it out. Hit subscribe and get into the chat. Good play by Mason Mount there. Ball played in over the top. He just gets smothered out by a couple of defenders. Good forward runs by him. I'm liking that out of him over pre-season. You know, I'm hearing a lot of fans saying, you know, he's been bang average, and he's still settling in. I've been happy with some of the forward runs he's been making, and I think that's what Erik ten Hag wants out of him more than anything else. And I think that's been one of the more positive sides of his game throughout pre-season. Mount will get things going, says Chris. Party Boober says Mount is honestly an upgrade to what we had. Pi says, very annoying that they'll probably have the youngsters in Dublin. It is, but let's see what happens. Peter says, Amrabat needs to sign also to provide much needed depth in our midfield. Yep. Joseph says, hey, I've been waiting for you. Should have been in Vegas. I don't have the money to be going to Las Vegas. The Ginger Ninja says, so are you happy with the pinch of salt news about the takeover? Yeah, I mean, look, I'm not going to get too excited about it. We've seen this time after time over the last 9 months or so. So I'm not going to get too excited until it's announced that they're selling the club, you know. Graham says, I think if we get Amrabat on the 30 million figure I've seen quoted, it's a steal. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Mark says, give Mount time. Have they unveiled Highland yet? Yep, they did. Before the game started. He was out on the pitch. Lens are pressing quite high in fairness to them. They're putting the squeeze on, but United are staying comfortable in possession in fairness to them. One thing I've noticed is Delo. Anytime our centre backs get on it, Delo is dropping into midfield as nearly another central midfielder, giving us an option inside rather than out wide, which is interesting. Interesting tactics out of Ten Hag. Similar enough to what Kyle Walker you would see on occasion do with Man City as well. Lovely ball into the box by Lens there, but good header away by Luke Shaw. And Bruno comes away with it. Let's see. How many goals do you think Highland will score? Well, you guys let me know in the chat. I mean, what do you think is an acceptable return from Rasmus Highland this year? You know, do it in fives. You know, 10 plus, 15 plus, 20 plus. What do you think he should be getting? Let me know in the chat. I'll give you my opinion on it because I have a figure in mind myself. But let me know what you think. Mark says, can Highland play in tomorrow's game? Well, I just seen a tweet, Mark, from Fabrizio Romano saying that he's got a slight injury and he's not going to be available for a couple of weeks, which is disappointing, to say the least. Here's Lens down the left-hand side. They're into the box here. Square ball, lays it off. Strike is wide. Ginger Ninja says first season he will score around 10 to 15 goals. Let's see. Chris says 20 goals in all competitions. Pyfest says 10 in the league and 10 in all cup competitions. Aaron says 15 plus is acceptable. 20 plus would be great. Party Pooper says 25 plus he'll score. Ben says first season I'd be happy with 15 goals. Graham says 20 plus goals in all competitions is an acceptable return. I would be around... I would say 15 plus goals. If he scores 15 goals in his first season, I would be happy. I mean, he's a 20-year-old that's potentially going to be leading the line for Manchester United with an awful lot of pressure on him. And I think it's very important from a Manchester United fan standpoint that we do give him time and that we don't put too much pressure on him. Because it more than likely it is going to take time, you know. But I think we all want to see him hit the ground running and, you know, start banging in goals from day one. But we also have to, you know, be realistic. And if he does... Oh, what a ball by Bruno! Garnacho in down the left-hand side, one-on-one with the keeper. Squares aid! Mason Mount! Oh, no! Oh, Mason Mount had a chance to score on his home debut. Oh, he gets it all wrong. Oh, Mason. Oh, it was on an absolute play for him with his left foot and he doesn't sort his feet out in time. Oh, what a brilliant ball out of Bruno Fernandes, and a lovely square ball then by Garnacho. Mason Mount is on his own. He's got a tap in and he just gets his feet tangled. Oh, nightmare. Nightmare. How did he not score? Man. Should be 1-0 up. It was brilliant play out of United though. Really, really good play, you'd have to say. Here's the replay. What a brilliant ball out of Bruno Fernandes. Yeah, Garnacho is onside. Big, lovely switch ball. Defender gets close to him and he just pulls it back to Mason Mount. It's slightly behind him. I will give him that. But all you have to do is make connection with it. He absolutely swings his left foot and completely misses it. Ah, it's a tap in. Slightly behind him, but no excuse. Should be scoring. What do you think of the new home jersey? I think it's quality. I think it's one of the nicest jerseys we've had now in a long, long time. So I do. I really do. But United should be 1-0 up here. Mason Mount with an absolute pudding of a miss. Lons now down the right-hand side. Cross blocked. Great block by Garnacho and clears these lines. Good defensive work there by the kid. Clint is in. Good to see you, Clint. How much did United pay for Mount? He couldn't even score on an empty goal. Ryan says, who do you think will play in Dublin tomorrow? Bringing my young lad to his first game. Yeah, Ryan, I'm obviously going as well, but I mean, seeing the starting lineup here being so strong, I worry that an awful lot of them, well, at least some of them won't travel to Dublin tomorrow, I would presume. Well, it all depends on how much game time they get today. If we see 11 changes at half-time, you might see the majority of them maybe come to Dublin tomorrow. But if the majority of them play 60 plus, maybe 90 minutes, I think the chances of them getting on a plane this evening and going to Dublin is probably quite slim. Here's Garnacho now coming down the left-hand side. Yeah, Lens just kind of smothers out and they're on the counter-attack here. It's one-on-one at the moment. Martinez. Strike from the edge is wide of the post. Ben says, hopefully arrive on this live, Chris, so you can open it here. Oh, yeah, I see. Chris says your package is coming today. I missed the post, man, today because I was in town with my little one. So I don't know if that was it. Now, I do have something ordered from Amazon, and I missed that one, but it was coming. It wasn't coming through Amazon Courier. It was coming by on post. So I don't know. I mightn't get it today. It'll probably be Monday, and I'm annoyed because what I ordered on Amazon was a hand mount for the GoPro for tomorrow. So yeah, I was hoping it would arrive today, which it did, but I just wasn't here. So they'll probably bring it on Monday, I would say. Lovely little play. Oh, Mount was in there. It's just too heavy by Bruno Fernandes. Lovely little interlink between Rashford and Bruno. And Mason Mount makes the third man run. Pass is just a bit heavy. Keeper picks it up. I love the overlay on the stream, says Bover. It's not too in your face like other ones can be. Yeah, that's what I was looking for. Just looking to keep it as simple as possible. Scoreboard, timer, starting 11, job done, you know. You can buy one in the shops in Dublin tomorrow. Yeah, I might get one, but I'm after buying one already. But anyway, we'll see. Here's Garnacho now into the box. 1-on-1. Squares it. Back post. Mount is there. Strike! Oh, does it take a deflection? It does. That was on target. Good block by the goalkeeper, and it goes out for a corner. Mount is playing well. I know, look, he's missed that absolute sitter, but his involvement has been really impressive today, I have to say. Garnacho is causing a lot of trouble down that left-hand side. Lovely square ball back, and Mount with a strike on target, takes a deflection and goes over the bar. Bover says hold on out. Corner out is going to be swung in here by Luke Shaw. Outswinger. Oh, Garnacho with a strike. It's blocked. Yeah, it's a goal kick. Goal kick. Let's see. Nick says tomorrow doesn't look great with this lineup. It doesn't it not? Bover says you'd nearly be better off to use your phone to record tomorrow. It's easier to get the clips together and handier than carrying a camera. Well, I've got a GoPro, so that's the size of it. So won't be too difficult. But yeah, I mean, I've got a handle for it that you mount it on, but that's really big. So I ordered a mini one from GoPro, and it's got a little legs that flick out, and you can stand it up if you do want to do a kind of a, you know, rather than it being handheld, if you wanted to do a, you know, a quick video. So yeah, I might see can I get one tomorrow. You could pick something up in Harvey Norman Tala on the way up and simply return the other one maybe. That's a good shout, Nick. That's a good shout, man. I might actually do that. Oh, Nana's after getting lobbed! Oh, Nana, there we go. He's after getting lobbed from Lens from just inside their own half. United give the ball away. Onana does what he always does. He's outside his box. First time strike from Lens. Put it in over Onana. He gets lobbed. Here we go. We're after seeing the first mistake of the goalkeeper. Now look, I said this when he was signed, that we are going to have occasions where maybe he loses the ball and things like that. But the ball is given away by, who was it given away by? Delot. Poor pass to Varane. And Lens are inside the centre circle, and he just hits it first time. And because Onana is so far out of his goal, he can't get back in time. And it's 1-0 to Lens. My God. 1-0 to Lens. Onana. But I would blame Diogo Dalot more so, I have to say. Because, and look, Onana will get the stick for it. Of course he will. But I would blame Dalot for giving the ball away more so. Unacceptable. And it was an easy little inside pass to Varane, and he just loses his concentration. But yeah, Onana lobbed from just inside the halfway line. But that's what we've got to be wary of. I mean, you would have to say it's you would put it down to Delot's fault, absolutely. But you know, we know Onana is not going to change the way he plays. He's playing as an option for his defence to go back to if they need an outlet, which means your passing around your back four has to be spot on. It really, really does. Interesting. I wouldn't be blaming Onana for it, but yeah, that's going to be a big talking point. Bover says that's the start of it now. There's worse players in the Premier League that'll lob or chip him easily. Irish Lad says that's the risk he takes playing out so far. You called it, Jack. Onana problems. And Aaron says this is what I've been worried about. So many gifted players in the Premier League can hit the target from anywhere on the pitch. If he's 18 yards out of his goal, lots of players will be trying it. They will. They will. He just needs to be on his toes. But more importantly, we can't be giving the ball away inside our own half. You know, if he is going to be playing that type of game where he's, you know, giving you an option, he's standing outside of his box the majority of the time, you have to make sure that you're passing on the halfway line and just inside your own half is good enough. You know, because it certainly wasn't good enough there by Delors. Silly ball given away, and we're punished. Onana will get all of the media attention surrounding this, but Delors gave the ball away. Put him in that compromising position, you know. But look, I mean, I still do think that United have played really well here in the opening, 25 minutes or so. Garnacho's away. Go on, use your pace. Don't stop. Go on, run at him. Run at him. On his left foot, strike. Oh, did it take a block? No, just over the bar. I think it's high and wide from him. Great positive play by Garnacho. Just unlucky. Turns onto his left foot and just can't put it on target. And it's a goal kick to Lens here. It's really good pressure by Garnacho. He's reading the square ball from the Lens defender and he intercepts. Great positivity running down. Goes for it, but just can't get it on target. Hits it wide at the near post. Yeah, just kind of off balance a little bit. There's Lens now coming down the left-hand side. Little overlap. Varane goes with him. Good block. And Delors will come away with it. Let's see. Paddy Pooper says Paddy Power will have bets on how many times he'll get lobbed this season. Katie says Jack, it makes me nervous. Irish Lad says Delors, Wan-Bissaka, Williams not good enough for United. Aaron says, how the hell is Eric Ten Hag going to drop Garnacho this season? He's been our most dangerous player today. He has. He's been one of the more impressive players throughout the entirety of pre-season, I have to say. Better doing mistakes in pre-season than doing them in the Premier League, says Luke. Amy says, you can't underestimate a team people hardly heard of. Well, they came second in the French League last year. Garnacho, Highland, Greenwood. Now that's a scary front three, says Irish Lad. Brilliant play by Casemiro to win the ball back there. Rashford tries to get it out to Garnacho again. It's well blocked. United do well to keep possession. And we're looking for Garnacho all of the time with that out ball. Harry Booper says Rashford can't play through the middle. Well, it's not that he can't. It's just that he's better on the left-hand side because the majority of time when he's playing through the middle, he's playing facing the ball, where he likes to be playing with his back to the ball, you know, getting in behind, extra bit of space out on the left, you know. I think he can play there, but he is more effective on the left, absolutely. Here's Garnacho now down that left-hand side. Good tackle. It's going to be interesting to see how Ten Hag does balance that throughout the season because Garnacho is really, really staking a claim for starting on that left-hand side throughout pre-season. He's been very impressive. So it's going to be interesting to see how Ten Hag balances that throughout the season between Rashford and Garnacho and Highland. You know, how would Garnacho fare out on the right-hand side? Or Rashford fare out on the right-hand side? if you want to play both of them, if you want to play Rashford, Garnacho and Højlund, one of them is going to have to play on the right-hand side. Bover says the only thing about it is if Rashford plays like he did last season, he can't not start, but Garnacho looks like a world beater there too. I'd rather Rashford to start and score than Garnacho come on. Is it not a good headache to have though, says Ben? Oh, absolutely. Absolutely, it's a good headache to have. I mean, the more headaches these players can give the manager, the better. Because I think, if you're looking at a great tackle by Mason Mount there, no ref. If you're looking at a manager and it's easy to pick your starting 11 every week, it means a couple of things. One, you haven't got a good squad. You haven't got good squad depth. And two, it means that the players that are on the field week in, week out are playing to a high level and they're keeping other players on the bench because they're playing so well. And both of them, well, that second one is certainly a positive, Oh, Makeda's playing. Did I hear that? Did I hear that right? Free out. Manchester United are still on the East Coast, USA time. Bover says United lads are very physical so far. They are. Yeah, absolutely. Is Herrera Irish? I don't know, but he's fucking good looking. What's the score? It's 1-0 to Lens, guys. Andre Onana has been lobbed from just inside his own half. Diego Dalot gave the ball away just inside his own half. And obviously Onana is out on the edge of his box. And first time strike, it goes right in over him. So yeah, 1-0 to Lens. Keep smashing the like button for us, guys. If you haven't already done so, tap the screen a few times for me. Gets more people into the chat. Hit the follow button if you're new as well. Anybody watching on YouTube, if you're new to the channel, please do hit the subscribe button as well. Come in and say hello in the chat. Great to have, I've seen new people all of the time. Anybody on TikTok as well, if you want the full experience, get over to YouTube. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Hit subscribe, get into the chat, let me know you've come over from TikTok. Nick says, Jack, if you're stuck for tomorrow, I have a Gorilla Pod mount that should fit your GoPro if you want to borrow it. No, look, Nick, there's no panic, lad. I appreciate it. But yeah, I just bought it. It was kind of an impulse buy, to be honest with you. I've got a handheld mount there for it as well, so there's no hassle. But I do appreciate it, lad. Thanks a mil. Steve says we have to take our goal opportunities. Chances like the Mount one, we can't afford to miss. Yeah. Man United win a free here in a really good position. About 5 yards outside the box, you would say. It's going to be Bruno Fernandes to take it. It's interesting to see that Bruno is the one taking it. Obviously, we know the likes of Rashford, Mason Mount, are all well able to take him as well. Captain pulls rank. Bruno now steps up. Oh, the wall does its job. Wall does its job. Looked like it was heading on target at least, but yeah. Dean says, hope you're well, Jack. Do you think Garnacho will be crucial this season? I think he'll have a big part to play, absolutely, yeah. Absolutely, I do. He's shown in pre-season a lot of positive attributes. He looks he looks a lot more. Yeah, he's influenced games in pre-season, is what I would say. And he's been really, really good today. He's been our best player so far. So yeah, I think he will have a big part to play this year. Where are you sitting tomorrow? Says Pieface. I'll tell you now. I won't give you the exact seat number because that would be weird. But I think I'm behind the goal, or kind of around the corner flag area. Here's Garnacho now, stepping into the box, cuts onto his right, strike, it's blocked, comes to Anthony with a strike, blocked again, just over the bar. Corner to United, good play. Yeah, I am... Yeah, I am kind of behind the goal and the corner flag at the big stand end. I think I'm in row H, I think. So we're close enough to the pitch as well. So yeah, looking forward to it. But yeah, I mean, United have played well in this first half. They find themselves 1-0 down, obviously, to a big mistake. But it's just like we've created a good few chances and we just haven't been able to put them away. Garnacho has had a couple. Anthony has had a couple. Mason Mount with his absolute sitter. So yeah. Dean says, what's your YouTube? I'll sub. It's called United Community Channel, Dean. The link is on my homepage. If you want to come over, we're live over there as well. Come and get involved in the chat. Hit subscribe. What game are you going to? Says Liam. I'm going to the game tomorrow, Liam, in Dublin. And I've renewed my cup season ticket for the year, so I'll be going to all the Champions League games at home, and probably will be going to a few FA Cup or Carabao Cup games as well. So, yeah. What's the score? So the score's 1-0 to Lens, guys. United have been the better team without a doubt, but we got caught with a massive mistake. Diogo Dalot gave the ball away just inside our own half, and they scored from just inside our half, lobbing Andre Onana. So yeah, disappointing, but so far it's been good. Dean says, fair play, man. Good setup. We'll watch it here from now on. Appreciate it, Dean. Anybody else from TikTok? If you want to get over to YouTube, we've got the full experience over there. Scoreboard, timer, starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Casemiro now, ball over the top, trying to put Rashford in. Yeah, it's just a bit too far for him. Working off scraps up there, Rashford is, in fairness to him. Delon out, goes inside. Casemiro. Bruno flicks it on. Oh, Garnacho was trying to get in behind, but Lens cleared their lines. But Chris says this scoreline does not help the starting lineup for the Aviva. It doesn't. Good few in for the Fantasy League there. I was looking today. Yeah, anybody wants to join our Fantasy Premier League, guys, you can do so. Anybody watching on TikTok, the link is on my homepage. You see, if you click the link, all of my socials come up. Just scroll right down to the bottom and you'll see both leagues. We've got a classic league and a head-to-head league. And the winner of each league at the end of the season gets a replica jersey of their choice. So click the link on my homepage, join our Fantasy Premier Leagues and get involved as well. Really looking forward to it this year. I didn't really do it that much last year, but I'm going to be on it every week this year for the FPL. So make sure you're getting involved, anybody that's watching. Anybody on YouTube, I'm going to put the codes into the live chat here if you want to check them out. Just give me a second. Here's Anthony now down the right hand side, squares one back to Casemiro, comes to Delo. Luke Shaw with a strike. Oh, it's a good save. Let's have a look here. Let we get these. Alright, so there's one code. Anybody on YouTube watching in the chat, that's the first code. If you have joined, I had to redo them as well, guys. So people who have joined maybe like a couple of weeks ago when I first started, chances are you're probably going to have to join them again. So the two codes are in the chat there on YouTube if you want to check it out. Ben says if Jack wins, it's fixed. If I win, whoever comes second can have the jerseys, just to make it fair. But yeah, there are Fantasy Premier League codes, guys. Go check them out. Get involved. Lee, I have enough for you, but you're an absolute numpty, so you are. But yeah, what's the difference between the head-to-head and the classic league, says Liam. So the classic league it's a league table. Okay, so your points obviously that you get each week go on it. A head-to-head is you play a head-to-head against someone else in that league each week, and obviously then you get 3 points for a win. If you have the same amount of points at the end of the week, you get 1 point for a draw, and then obviously if your opponent has more points than you, then you get 0 points. So that's how it works. It's like a league, you know, it's like a league game, for example, head-to-head. So yeah, I love the head-to-heads, I have to say, because you're not necessarily having to beat everybody's score on that week. You just have to beat that one person's score to get your 3 points on the board, you know. So yeah. Is the match home or away? So it's in Old Trafford. Yeah, it's in Old Trafford, Oisín. Aaron says that like Shaw's strike was Paul Scholes-esque. However, Scholesy would be hitting the net. Big ball over the top. Anyone getting the second ball? Yeah, Mason Mount does really well along with Anthony. Well won back. Here's Anthony now on his left foot. Oh, Bruno down the right-hand side. Poor ball by Anthony. And it's headed away. Casemiro does well to win it back, however. Oh, tries to nutmeg him. What's the score? It's 1-0 to Lens, guys. But, and there's half time, guys. 1-0 to Lens. Disappointing score from the first half, but quite a positive performance, you would say. Again, we're lacking a finisher. We're just lacking that finisher. You know, obviously, Marcus Rashford is playing through the middle. We know he plays better off the left-hand side, but we're just lacking that killer instinct. Garnacho's had a couple of chances. Sancho's had a couple of chances. Mason Mount had the biggest chance. All he had was a tap in and he made bags of it. But yeah, big decision. Or big. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens now in the second half. Does Ten Hag make, a lot of changes for the second half, or is it going to be the same? Is it going to be one or two? Because obviously we want as many of the first team players coming to Dublin tomorrow. So, yeah. So just to give you an update on Højlund, lads. So as we mentioned previously, he is going to be out for a couple of weeks, supposedly, because of an injury. Fabrizio Romano said it. He said, Rasmus Højlund sustained a small injury in pre-season with Atalanta. He's not ready to play now training, as always, but it will take a few weeks to reach match fitness. Samuel Luckhurst then has said in the last few minutes as well that Højlund travelled to London for extensive examinations on Thursday after a concern was flagged during the first part of his medical. So it doesn't seem too serious, but I think it's more so he's all right to train, but he just needs to get his match fitness back or something like that. I'm sure we'll hear more, but he won't be playing in Dublin tomorrow, that's for sure. Tomaldino says Anthony Tomaldino says Anthony is the worst player of all time. I mean, if he could just get his finishing right. He's always in the right position to receive the ball. He's always looking for it. His defensive work is very good. If he could just finish his dinner, he would be a brilliant player. So he would. This is going to be a big season for him, though. I gave him the benefit of the doubt last year. Obviously, his first year coming for huge money. This year is going to be massive for him. If he doesn't improve minimum, then yeah, questions are going to start to be asked. Blake, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Edson, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Who else have we got? Anak, thanks for the follow. Thanks to everybody hitting the follow button, guys. It's much appreciated. The Below struggling, says John. Massive season for Sancho also, says Liam. Given this is a United channel, there's a lot of Liverpool fans in the chat. That's always the case. Karen, thanks for the follow. Collie is asking, am I going tomorrow? I certainly am going tomorrow. Yeah. Certainly am. Kasuzi, thanks for the follow as well. Much appreciated, guys. Just listening to the guy speak here. Yeah, they're saying basically what I was saying as well. Not happy with the result so far, but happy with the performance. And look, I think that's, we know pre-season it's all about performances and getting tactics down and getting your fitness and your touch in and all of that. But they're just showing Mason Mount's miss. Man, he should have. Oh man, me grandmother would have scored it. Brilliant run by him though. Look, besides the actual miss from Mount, I think he's actually had quite a decent first half. He's getting into great positions. His passing has been very good. He's very positive passing forward with it as well. His defensive work has been quite good as well. He's going to be remembered for the miss though, really, isn't he? Mount could have taken a touch too. Yeah, maybe he could have as well. Yeah, absolutely. Do you think Hyland will play tomorrow, says Liam? No, he's got a slight injury, Liam. He's not going to be involved. He's injured, I'm afraid. Yeah, they just showed the second chance for Mount there that got blocked over the bar. His first touch was brilliant because it was bobbling to him. Yeah, I've been happy with Mount, I have to say it. Tommy says Garnacho's been class. He should have had the number 7. I'm not too worried about the number 7. Let's see. Only Man Alive says goalie will suit United, full of show-offs and arrogant. All right. Yeah. Hulu Washi, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Sorry, just checking on the little one. Let's see. David says, so many Twitter pundits going over the top already. Onana being blamed for Delo losing the ball is ridiculous. Yeah, I would agree with you on that one, David. Ben says, played a lot for Aston Villa. Chris. Dion Dublin, yeah. Broke his leg in the first. I think he's 4th ever game for United, I think. 4th or 5th game for United back in the 90s. Never played for United again. And then we went and signed Eric Cantona as a replacement. So you can thank Dion Dublin for Eric Cantona coming to United. One sec, guys. Be back in a sec. aren't you? You're a good boy. Yeah. Good boy. Home debut, he broke it, says Ben. Yeah. Very unlucky. Harry says, was the new striker introduced today? He was before the game, Harry, yeah. He was out on the pitch. David says, Sandymount Hotel tomorrow, pal. Our Kildare Man United supporters group all seem to be going there before the game, a few minutes from the Aviva. Yeah, sounds good, David. I'll see you there. A couple of people are after saying to me, the Sandymount Hotel, all right. So, yeah, I'll probably see you there. Come up and say hello. Any squad news for the Aviva game? No, I mean, Daryl, it's we have to go through this game first. I mean, it's going to be interesting. I hope we bring some of the first team starters that have played today, the likes of maybe Rashford or Casemiro or Martinez or Onana or someone like that, because, I mean, I think it would be very, very disappointing from a fan perspective to be going out and paying money for your tickets and stuff like that, and then, you get shafted with a load of academy players, Red Nation says Rashford has been shockingly off the pace all pre-season. Yeah, but I mean, look at the position he's been playing in. He's generally been playing through the middle, and it's not his strongest area, really, isn't it? So, look, Rashford will be all right. Couple of goals, at the start, he'll be flying. He'll be flying. He'll be grand. Thomas, thanks for the follow. Putin, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated, guys. Sens, thanks for the follow. Helen, thanks for the follow. Zach, thanks for the follow as well. Yeah, so I mean, look, I mean, the performance first half has been decent. Obviously, the scoreline is not. I think we've created some really good chances. We just haven't finished them, really, haven't we? Not. So yeah. Jack says we aren't getting top four. Let's be real. I think we are. I mean, lads, you have to stop judging pre-season. You have to stop judging results in pre-season. We had a brilliant pre-season last year and went out and lost the first two games. Pre-season is not about results. It's about fitness. It's about getting your touch. It's about, learning patterns of play that the manager wants you to. All of these kind of things. Yeah, let's see. David says Bayern apparently interested in Amrabat. Maybe tactics to get United to do the business. Maybe so, David. Maybe so. Yeah. Anyway, look, I'm not going to be too worried about that. I'm just buzzing for tomorrow. What time is the? What time are the supporters clubs meeting at in the Sandymount, David? Any idea? Let us know. I should be up in Dublin early enough. Me and my dad are going, so Chris says, I understand not judging pre-season, but you said it, getting your touch. Rashford Mount touch has been awful. Owen says, hopefully Ten Hag lets the starters play a bit longer. I hope he takes them all off and brings them to Dublin with him. Just having a look at the players coming out, doesn't seem to be much. Doesn't seem to be any changes, I don't think. Yeah, I think it's pretty much the same starting 11. They're going to get a minimum of 60 minutes by the looks of it. Oh, Nana. Most people will be there from midday onwards from what I've seen, says David. Brilliant. Yeah, so one thing, David, about Kilkenny, where I'm from, there's no Manchester United supporters club in Kilkenny. It's something I've been kind of looking into, maybe trying to start myself over the next maybe 12 months or so. But there used to be one in Kilkenny, but it doesn't exist anymore. So, yeah, I'll have a chat with you tomorrow maybe. But we're up and running anyway, guys, here. United 1-0 down. Come on, let's get a fucking few goals here in this second half. Something to shout and roar about. Come on. Len's now coming up the right-hand side. Yeah, it's just overhitting as a goal kick to United. Pifes says, that's the kids playing tomorrow then. Yeah, looks like it. Looks like it. Let's see. Aaron says, used to be on a Pat Harris, don't know what happened to it. Yeah, remember that, yeah. Jack Points, president of Kilkenny chapter of United Supporters Supporters Club. Nice ring to it, all right. Ten Hag coming out. Here's Bruno now. That's intercepted. Kazman, thanks for the gifts. Much appreciated, pal. Should Heaton be given more game time? No, he shouldn't be given more game time. Absolutely not. Here's Anthony now, down the right-hand side. Oh, lovely little ball in behind. Rashford with a strike. It's blocked. Oh, it's a goal. Lovely. Brilliant play by Anthony. And Rashford with just the little run. It's a lovely little reverse pass by Anthony into the channel. Rashford goes for the strike. It's blocked, but it goes into the goal regardless. And it's 1-1 here. Happy days. Good start to the second half by Manchester United here. And this has been made by Anthony, I have to say. And, you know, people were giving out about him even there at half-time in relation to his performances. And the one thing I would say to you, he's always there. His finishing needs to improve, but that's a beautiful little reverse pass. Rashford makes the diagonal run, gets it onto his foot, takes a strike. Defender gets a block on it, just takes it over the keeper, and it's 1-1. Happy days. Good start to the second half here. Lovely stuff. Lovely stuff. Good stuff. Happy days. Happy days. The Ten Hag effect at halftime. Ten Hag effect. How much for tickets tomorrow? I think they were they 45 quid each, I think. Something like that anyway, I think. Chris, thanks for the gift. Much appreciated, man. Darren says €50. Yeah, they were around the €50 mark. 45, €50, I think. With like a booking fee and stuff like that. Great play by Anthony and a free one there. Brilliant play by him. Don't be looking for yellow cards, Anthony. It's a fucking friendly. Come on, man. But yeah, free kick now in a good position for United to get the ball into the box here. Bruno now swings it in. What a... Jeez, the viciousness on that cross. Well gotten away, but it comes to Delo on the edge. Strikes it high over the bar. But yeah, 1-1, guys. Rashford with the goal at the start of the second half here. United pressing very high here. Good pressure by United. Here's Bruno Fernandes now. Gets it wide to Anthony. Yeah, it's just intercepted. Ginger Ninja says, good to see Rashford scoring. Yeah, it is. Absolutely. Happy days. Carl says, I live like half an hour from the stadium. I think I could get a bleeding ticket. Yeah, I was on them early. I got the early releases of them. Back to the best YouTube channel. Let's go United. Get moving. Oh, lovely first touch by Rashford, and Garnacho's away. It's 3-on-2 now. United have a lot of ground to make up here, though. Garnacho gets it wide to Anthony. First touch and finish. Oh, Anthony, what are you saying now? People in the chat giving out about Anthony at half time. People calling him the worst player in history. He's after getting a goal and an assist here in the opening 7 minutes of the first half or the second half. Anthony is absolutely turning it on in style. But this goal was made by Marcus Rashford. A ball played out to him with lightning pace from the defence. The defender commits. He just as his first touch just puts it into Garnacho's path, who's steamrolling past him, and he's away. He gets a really good crossfield ball then to Anthony. Now his first touch is probably a little bit heavy, but he keeps it far enough away from the goalkeeper. Goalkeeper comes out. Anthony gets there first. Left foot finish, side net, 2-1. Great start to the second half here. Brilliant finish by Anthony. Rashford, Garnacho and Anthony. Are we going to see that an awful lot this season? Probably. But look, delighted for Anthony there. Goal and an assist in the opening 8 or 9 minutes of the first half. Brilliant, brilliant start to the second half by United here. Happy days. People on YouTube are saying Tomaldinho in the mud. Oh man, Tomaldinho in the mud. Look, we're all United fans. Happy days, happy days, happy days. But yeah, no, it's been a great start. Been a great start by United here in the second half. It really has. FTB, I don't care about GEA, Kerry or Dublin. Couldn't give a toss, to be honest with you. Irish lad says, get them all off now. They can come to Dublin tomorrow. Yeah, absolutely. Just subbed a lot of them off now. Put them on in the early Ryanair flight there to Dublin later on. But United have upped it here in the second half. You would have to say. Why is that collar still down? I do apologise, Ben. I do apologise. Jonathan says we just need to win the first games in the Premier League. Yeah, absolutely. Settle the nerves. First game of the season. Wolves, get 3 points on the board. Happy days. What's your top 4 prediction? I'm going City, United. City, United, Arsenal, Chelsea. That's my top 4 prediction. Let me know your top 4 prediction in the chat. Let me know what you think. City, United, Arsenal, Chelsea. That's my top 4 prediction this season. You're lucky you put Chelsea in that. Just keeping you sweet, Paul. That's all, my friend. Let's see what people are saying here. Don't you think Liverpool will make top 4? No, I don't. I think they'll finish outside it again. I think their midfield is going to be too weak. They haven't got enough. They haven't been buying anybody. Jonathan says Arsenal, City, United, Newcastle. I don't think Newcastle will be in it. I think they'll struggle with European football this year. The Ginger Ninja says, you keep saying City, but they can have wobbles also. I reckon we could win the league. Well, look, I did mention it on the live the other night that City are obviously going to be favourites, but I think United just need to be there if City do wobble. You know, if City have a wobble, United have to be there and ready to be taking advantage of it. You know, because going head to head with City is really, really tough, as we've seen. All teams doing it down through the last few years. But if United can be within touching distance of City and they do have a wobble, then happy days. And if that's the case, then by all means we could win the league. But you have to be realistic as well. Chelsea, City, United, Arsenal says Oath keeper. Chelsea ain't winning the league. Luke Shaw now to swing in a free kick. Lovely ball in. Header down. Oh, it's 3-1. Martinez and Rashford. Which one of them got it? I think it was Rashford in the end. It's 3-1 to Manchester United. Lovely, lovely ball into the box by Luke Shaw. Really, really good delivery. I think they're all celebrating. Was it Casemiro maybe that got it? Let's have a look at it here again. See who got the goal. But it's a header from a free. I think it is Casemiro that gets the goal. Let's have a look. Brilliant, brilliant delivery in by Luke Shaw. And it's Rashford with the initial header, but I think he heads it onto the body of Casemiro. Yeah, it hits Casemiro in the face and goes into the goal. Now that's a bit of a bogey goal. Casemiro didn't know what was happening, but we'll take it. 3-1 to Manchester United. Brilliant, brilliant opening 15 or so minutes to the second half here. United are 3-1 up. Happy days. Happy days. Now, get them all off the bloody pitch, quickly. Get them all off the pitch. Ring Ryanair there. Book the 5:30 flight and get them all on it over to Dublin. Stephen, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Here's Rashford now down the left-hand side. Great positive run for him. Good play. Back to Garnacho. Inside to Bruno. Bruno with a little chip ball. Delo's on the run. Good header away. Desmond, thanks for the follow. Enoch, thanks for the follow. Really good second half here by United so far. You'd have to say they really turned on the burners here, and we've what we said in the first half. They were playing well, but they weren't finishing their chances. We're certainly doing that in the second half. Aaron says Rashford will be happy on Gary Neville's overlap. He said he'd be looking to win more headers, so that's a bonus. Just unfortunate for him, it's not his goal. Mason Mount does really, really well. Great positive run by Mount there, and he wins a free kick. What a turnaround, says Katie. Luke says Fred, Van de Beek, Maguire probably play in Dublin. Probably. Paul says the Aviva will be in bits for the match tomorrow with the rugby on there tonight. Hope Mount does not hurt himself. Who we got in? Who's hitting the follow button? Let's have a look here. Daniel, thanks for the follow. Jude is there as well. You going tomorrow? I am going tomorrow. CJ, thanks for the follow. The Sandy Mount Hotel supposedly is where the meet-up is happening. All of the supporters clubs are going there, so looks like it's going to be the Sandy Mount Hotel before the game. But yeah, happy days. Amy says, would be watching it on TV, but had to pay extra on for it. Decided wasn't worth it. $8 US. Somebody has said it's on beIN Sports as well, guys. If anybody has beIN Sports, I think the game is on there as well. Sandymount Hotel, where's that? It's in Sandymount. It's about 5 minutes from the stadium tomorrow. Brian, thanks for the follow. Lord Chuckles, thanks for the follow as well. Much appreciated, guys. Anybody watching on YouTube as well, guys, please do hit the subscribe button. Anybody on TikTok, if you want to check out our YouTube channel, we're live over there as well. We've got the full experience. We've got the scoreboard, the timer, the starting 11, all on the screen. Link is on my homepage, or just search United Community Channel on YouTube. Come over there, hit subscribe, get into the chat. Let us know you've come over from TikTok. Let's see. Humza says, I was at the game in Scotland and it was full of the young players. Couldn't tell you how disappointed I was. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Varane is down. Is it a head injury? Let's have a look. Oh, I think he got a kick in the ghoulies. I think that's all it is. He's after getting a stud in the ghoulies. Sore one. Dirty Mike says 4 p.m. in Ringsend if any Bilbao fans want to scrap. None of that now. None of that. They'll hardly play any of today's team tomorrow, will they, says Jamie. I mean, the longer they stay on the field here, Jamie, the more unlikely it is going to be. I mean, it's going to be very disappointing if they're not there. Looks like Sancho is going to be coming on here in a moment. Slabhead and Lindelof tomorrow in the Aviva, says Irish lad. Probably. My father is going to be devastated. The last time he seen United play live was like nearly 23 years ago. And he's really looking forward to the game tomorrow. So, yeah, it'll be disappointing now if there's no... He will be coming to a Champions League game with me this season, alright, but... He'd be disappointed now if it's a bunch of fucking youngsters that he doesn't know. Match day vlog, says Owen. Yeah, doing a match day vlog tomorrow, Owen. I've got the GoPro batteries all charged, ready to go. So we'll be doing a match day vlog tomorrow. Wild Shot says, will Hyland be playing tomorrow? No, he's got a slight injury, which is going to keep him out for a week or so, I think. I'm going to be, I suppose, getting him back for the first game of the season is the target. So it's going to be Garnacho on for Sancho, Sancho on for Garnacho, guys. Garnacho has after having a really good game, in fairness to him. Let me just update the screen here. What? There we go. There's an RT commentator doing the Women's World Cup. Sounds exactly like you. Are you doing side work? No, I bet you he's getting paid more than I am. Good save by Onana there. Chance to break. Oh, it's well intercepted in fairness. Let's see. Really hope a couple of first team players tomorrow. Looking forward to this. So sidekicks. Amy says might boost Anthony's confidence. Luke says Garnacho might play in Dublin. Irish Dad says fan reactions are always good, Jack, before and after matches. Yeah, absolutely. I'll be nabbing a few people for the match day vlog. See how we get on. Probably should have spell checked that first. And Wildshot says, I wanted Garnacho to play tomorrow. Going to be my first ever United game. Well, he's after being subbed there now at 60 minutes, so maybe he will be one of the players that travels at least. Let's see what happens. B1 Trappy, thanks for the follow. Pat says, how's the keeper playing? He's playing really well, in fairness to him. He got lobbed from nearly the halfway line, but wasn't his fault. He's after making a couple of really good saves. Billy, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Oh, Bruno trying to get Rashford around. It looks like Rashford has gone to the left-hand side and Sancho's kind of playing in that false 9 role again. Who do you fancy for the Champions League group stage? Says Luke. I don't really mind, to be honest with you. I would like one heavy hitter in it, because then obviously I'll be going to them games, so it would be great to get a. I don't know what way the format is going to be, what pot we're in, who can we draw on it. I'm not sure. So, but yeah, looking forward to the draw. I think the draw is it the end of this month, I think. Anyway, Marco is in. He says, hello, bro. After a long time, it's good to see you. You too, pal. Thanks for joining. Let's see what people are saying. Match Modern de Viva, massive scam, says Rob. Yeah. We just want to see a few first team players there, you know what I mean? But yeah, let's hope a few of them go anyway, at least. What's left? There is, let me see, about 16 minutes, just over 16 minutes to go, guys. 3-1 to Manchester United. Goals from Rashford, Anthony, and Casemiro. All coming in the second half. Ah, oh, Martinez, you cheeky little devil, yeah. Colin says, thoughts on the Lens goal? Yeah, it was Delo's fault for giving the ball away too easily. And obviously, Onana plays off of his line. So, I mean, having a goalkeeper that plays like that, your defenders can't afford to give it away, because that's the style of play is more important than how your defenders feel on a ball, you know. So, Delo's fault, in my opinion. I'm just picking on you. I'm jealous I can't go. Marco says, bro, how we lost to Real Madrid and Dortmund. No, look, it's not the end of the world. Pre-season is all about fitness and, you know, touch and tactics. Not necessarily about results more than anything. Caleb, thanks for the gifts. Much appreciated. Lovely ball in. Rashford is in here. Oh, the defender gets a nick on it. Very unlucky there. Really unlucky. Nah, brilliant by Martinez, stepping out into midfield and winning the ball back. Oh, Casemiro. Jesus. Here's Bruno now. Bit of space. Gets the ball wide to Anthony on the right. Coming into the box. Bruno with a strike. Oh, vicious strike. And the keeper has to punch it away. Mason Mount will keep it on the left-hand side now. Goes inside to Casemiro. Yeah, he just gets his pocket picked. No one giving him a shout. Oh, gosh. Sting has gone out of the game here, kind of since United got the third goal. Lisa, thanks for the follow. What do you reckon the score will be in the Community Shield, says Mark? I don't really care. I actually, now, talking about the Community Shield, right? Jesus, Anana does well there. Um, I think, right, when it comes to the Community Shield, if the same team wins the league and the cup, I think the second place in the Community Shield should go to a team that wins the Carabao Cup if it's different. You know what I mean? Like, the Arsenal are playing in the Community Shield after winning 0 last year. You know, I think it's only natural for if a different club wins the other club cup competition, then they should automatically go into it. I think. Does that not make sense though? And I'm not trying to just be biased for United. I couldn't give a toss about the Community Shield, in all fairness. I really couldn't. But like, even if it was the other way around, let's say Arsenal were the ones that won the Carabao Cup last year and City won both the league and the FA Cup, and we finished second in the league. We shouldn't really be playing in the Community Shield because we didn't win anything. It should go to Arsenal. Does that not make sense? I don't know, I think it makes more sense, but nice ball by Rashford out to Anthony. Just over 10 minutes to go here, guys. Forson is coming on for Anthony, guys. So yeah, Forson is on for Anthony, guys. Good to see one of the youngsters getting a run out. David says we still need to get Maguire out. Yeah. Chris says the Butcher is so good. He is, isn't he? There's no friendlies with him. So there's not. Oh, Nana, boy. Are you going to the game in Dublin? I am. I certainly am. So, yeah, so it's pretty obvious then, guys, that there's not going to be a watch-along for the United game tomorrow, because I'll be obviously at the game, so... You can broadcast live, says Chris. I could, but I'm not. I'm going to enjoy the game. I'll be doing the match day vlog. All right. I'll have a few TikToks up and stuff like that throughout the day, but yeah, I won't be doing it live. There's Rashford now. Bit of space. Opens for a strike. Comes back onto his left. Oh, Rashford. Can he get a strike away? Oh, it's blocked. Would have been a brilliant goal. Luke says United takeover could be completed in November. It could. It also might not be. I am not getting too carried away with any reports about the takeover until an official announcement is made. We've been let down so many times. I'm not getting too excited because there's been so many false dawns that it's not worth it anymore. Bro, when is UEFA Champions League draw? I think it's the 31st of August, Marco. 31st of August. The Lens fans are having a great time. Luke wants Celtic in the group stage. Aaron says their fans are enjoying themselves. They are, in fairness. Dazzler says, bringing my 3 grandkids to their first ever game. Brilliant stuff, Dazzler. Brilliant stuff, man. Dan says, hoping to see a good squad tomorrow. Aren't we all, Dan? Aren't we all? Hit the follow button, guys, if you haven't already done so. If you're new to the channel, please do hit the follow button. Anybody that's on YouTube that hasn't already done it, please do hit the subscribe button as well. We're on the road to 4,000 subscribers on YouTube, and we're on the way to 40,000 on TikTok as well, which is unbelievable. I put up a TikTok, I don't know if anyone's seen it, the other day of Hezbollah United, he's walking along beside Old Trafford, and it's after getting like 500,000 views. It's after exploding. So yeah, a load of new followers over the last few days, so I really do appreciate it. But yeah, if you're new, do hit the follow button as well. What's the score? It's 3-1 to Manchester United. 3.5 minutes to go. Good header away there by Casemiro. Geez, great ball in. Just too far for everybody. No one attacking the back post. But yeah, United are going to get the win here, guys. I can't see a lot of these players going to Dublin tonight. I really can't. Them Lens fans are having a right time, so they are. Crowd surfing and everything. United looking for another one here before the end, doing some nice attacking here. Casemiro gets caught out there. He's not happy with the pass from Delo. Oh, and Onana has to shuffle his feet and make the save. Yeah, he shuffles his feet well and gets across. Mickey says a bang average keeper. That's a bang average comment, Mickey, in fairness. Two minutes of added time, guys. 2 minutes to go. Yeah, great to see so many people. Look, it's going to be a United win here, 3-1. If you're new, do hit the follow button on TikTok. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Really helps out the channel. You have no idea how much it helps, so please do. But yeah, United are going to get the win here. Very positive performance from him. Here's Sancho now down the left-hand side. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Go on, son. Keep going at him. Well done. Brilliant. Seamus, thanks for the gift. Much appreciated. Good positive run by Sancho. I want to see more of that out of him now throughout the season. Oh, he gives it away. The goalkeeper. Bruno's on it now. Yeah, he wins the free. This should be the last act of the game. Willie, thanks for the follow. Much appreciated. Are we going to have to take that with Onana and what we get from him the other way? It says MUFC Irish Red Devils. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I said it even before he was signed. I said if we get him, there are going to be occasions where, you know, he might lose the ball or he might get lobbed, and he's got lobbed today. But what he gives us absolutely will outweigh them couple of maybe blunders that he is going to make, you know. And it's important that us as fans, as United fans, focus on the positives rather than the negatives, because we know all of the opposition fans and the media outlets will instantly jump on the mistakes that he makes. You know what I mean? But there's the full-time whistle, guys. Manchester United win 3-1. Really good, positive performance by Manchester United, coming out and blowing them away in the second half. You would have to say positive first half as well. Happy with the first half. We just didn't really finish our chances. Some good performances. I'm kind of disappointed that so many first-team players played a full 90 minutes, because it means they're pretty certain that they're not going to be going to Dublin for the game tomorrow, which me and plenty of you are going to be at as well. So that's disappointing. But look, good result at Old Trafford. Pre-season is coming along nicely. You can see the players getting fitter. You know, they're getting used to playing with each other, getting their touches in, all of that good stuff as well. Obviously, there will not be a watch-along tomorrow because I'm going to the game, but I'll have some TikToks and stuff like that up throughout the day. If you're at the game or you're... I think the Sandymount Hotel is where a lot of the Man United supporters clubs are meeting tomorrow, so that's probably where I'll end up being as well. So come up and say hello. Hope to meet a few of you up there. We'll have a pint together and all of that good stuff. But yeah, I appreciate you watching, guys. We'll be back next week, Monday. We're starting the podcast again next week as well, obviously with our preview. Myself and Ricey will be back doing that. We're going to give our preview, our predictions for the season, all of that good stuff. It's probably not going to be Monday night. It'll be Tuesday or Wednesday, I reckon. So, yeah, keep an eye out for that. But do hit like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and I'll chat to you next week. Take it easy.